Wow. Didn't realize it was that many in the state. They press in the state. Basically, we're going to unveil the budget today, and essentially it's basically going to be an extension of what I said yesterday about moving the state away from an income-based economy to a consumption-based economy, to take care of the most vulnerable in our state, which are our elderly, disabled, mentally ill, and to start concentrating on attracting job creators and younger people who move to Maine. I mean, we live in a state where more people are dying than are being born every year, and that is a recipe for extinction. It's that simple. So this budget is geared to attracting young people. As part of beyond the budget, we're going to be working on other programs like tax credits at the corporate level and scholarships for kids, for students, to try to make secondary and post-secondary education more affordable. Retirees, I'm particularly concerned about, because it seems like we tend to not speak about retirees much. They're on fixed incomes. We have a high population of retirees, the oldest state in the union, so it's a growing demographics. And so we need to address it. And so that is one of the areas that I'm very concerned about. The other one that is particularly concerned about is military. We are heading into a very big downsizing of our military. Military personnel have pensions, and they have to live somewhere to start a second career. I'd like that to be Maine. So initially we're taking all income tax off military pensions. I think it's very, very important. That's one way to attract a younger demographic. Job creators is very, very critical, and you've all heard me say it, that investment capital goes where it's welcome and stays where it's appreciated. The reason job creators go into business is to create profit. They create jobs, they create products, they resell them, and obviously they want to do it for a profit. And so we need to be competitive. Right now there are several states without any income tax, and many, many more states that are either decreasing or eliminating the income tax. It is the tax of the 1950s that in the new consumption-based economies or service-based economies, it is becoming an obsolete form of taxation. We are not only not competitive nationally and internationally, we are not competitive in New England. We are simply not competitive. So we need to find ways to become competitive if we're going to move our economy forward. This budget, I believe, is moving towards an efficient, effective, and affordable government for the people of Maine. That is the goal. Effective, efficient, and affordable. We want to become a very competitive economy. We want to become a prosperous economy. Poverty, I want to have the term poverty a thing of the past. For some reason, we have a way in Maine of looking at poverty as a way of life. I'd like it to be a thing of the past. I'd like prosperity to be the future. I'd like prosperity to be what we talk about, what we think about, what we want for our people. And therefore, we are putting a program together that is going after the income tax. It's shrinking government wherever we can, making government as efficient as we can and as affordable as we can. We have listened to the Maine people, and we have been told over and over this past year that we pay little attention or no attention to the mentally ill, to the disabled, and to our elderly. This program, this budget takes care of that. We are going in that direction. We are giving more money to nursing homes. We are eliminating the wait list. We are doing what we should have been doing for decades. We are also going after the income tax. We're going to lower the income tax. We're going to broaden the sales tax. We're going to increase the sales tax. Now, when I say one thing here, it says that the program calls for income tax to be down to 5.75. That is a start. Because if I am correct, and I believe I am, if you follow the other states like Texas, Florida, Louisiana, South Carolina, Alaska, they're saying that as you get more friendly, business friendly, your economy grows. As your economy grows, there's more revenues and you can do more in those areas that you need to. And in this case, I believe it's in the areas of the income tax. As I said earlier, military is very, very important for a couple of reasons. One is they're the people that put themselves out there every single day. Like my wife likes to say, they give the United States government a blank check. And for those who return and those who retire, I want to make sure they can start a second career in a place that is not only a beautiful place to live, a safe place to live, but an affordable place to live. I'd like to see Maine become a haven for all the military retirees. There are communities in Pennsylvania in particular, because I've been there and met them, and they say, I'd love to come home. But, you know, I'm trying to start a business, and I got this little pension, and the state just digs right in and takes it. So I think that I'm really a strong believer that taking all income tax off pensions is really the right move. Both military and all retirees. In fact, I think Mike Allen can tell you, if you have two teachers in a household and they're both retired, they get hit pretty hard on taxation. This will eliminate that. The program that we're working on will eventually eliminate it. And the program doesn't totally eliminate the income tax, but let me tell you again that I hope that's only until the economy gets going. Basically, number one item is we want to make Maine competitive, not only in New England, but around the country and around the world. Secondly, it's a big effort to simplify the entire tax structure. Thirdly, want to make Maine more stable. The one thing that we keep hearing from the business world is the instability of our structure, our government structure. The minute a little downturn in the economy, we come right back and we dig into people's pockets. We need to find better ways to run government. And finally, fairness. While we're going to broaden the sales tax, we are going to have a sales tax credit for the lower income, and it's going to be based on, on the more you make, the less you get, basically, and so it'll, eventually, for high-paid reporters, for instance, they're unlikely to get an exemption or a sales tax credit. We're also going to expand homestead exemption for people, retirees, and we're going to eliminate it from other parts of the economy. And I think Richard and Mike can do a much better job explaining it. But basically what I want to make the point is we need to become a competitive state. To be competitive and to keep our youth here, to attract young people to come to live and work in Maine, is we have to be more competitive. So, as I said in my speech, inauguration speech, there were three really key issues. One was taxation, which is the income tax. Two was energy. Energy is a major, major effort, but it's not in the budget. You're going to see a lot of legislation. Thirdly is the elderly, the mentally ill, and those with disabilities. I believe that we need to stabilize that demographics before we can concentrate on bringing in and taking care of all the other issues that we have. I'm putting them on the top priority. And so with that, I am going to hand it over to Richard and Michael and the people who really know everything. See, I'm just a governor. They know. So, Richard?